Welcome back. If you've ever felt completely overwhelmed trying to talk about your future plans in German, well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we've got a fantastic explainer lined up that is going to totally change how you look at German grammar. We're mastering future expressions today, and the best part? We're doing it without getting bogged down by complicated, messy future tenses. By the end of this, you'll be scheduling your week and inviting friends out with absolute confidence. Let's get to it. Here are our 5 building blocks for today. First, the present tense future hack. Second, time and word order. Third, using modal verbs for availability. Fourth, organizing your weekly plan. And finally, writing a real-world lunch invitation. All right, let's jump right into section 1, future plans, present tense, the grammar hack. So we're kicking things off with a surprisingly simple revelation that is going to save you so much headache. You know, a lot of learners assume they have to use the future tense with the word werden to talk about tomorrow. But honestly, you don't. Let's look at 2 scenarios. On the left, a present situation. Ich arbeite heute im Büro. I work in the office today. Simple enough. Now, on the right, look at the future plan. Ich arbeite morgen im home office. I work from home tomorrow. Notice anything? The verb arbeite is exactly the same in both. You can literally just use the present tense to talk about the future simply by swapping out heute for morgen. The time word does all the heavy lifting for you. Moving right along to section 2, time and word order, the golden rule. Now, let's look at the absolute most critical word order rule in German main clauses. This is where so many people slip up, but once you visualize it, it just clicks. Lock this into your brain. No matter what time expression you kick off your sentence with, your conjugated verb stubbornly stays right in position 2. Let's break that down. Step 1, morgen, our time word, takes position 1. Because it took that first spot, step 2 is our verb arbeite, which is essentially glued to position 2. And that forces step 3, the subject ich, to get bumped into position 3. So we get morgen arbeite. A super common mistake is saying morgen ich arbeite, but remember, that verb is your anchor. It is not moving from position 2. To effectively plan out your week, you really need to master 3 specific time prepositions. Think of this as your ultimate cheat sheet. You're going to use for days and parts of the day, like am Montag or am Wochenende. You use for exact clock times, like 8 Uhr. And then von bis is for time periods, like von 9 bis 17 Uhr. Honestly, just memorize these 3 little rules and you can accurately map out your entire calendar in German. Okay, section 3, modals, availability and obligations, navigating the schedule. So a huge part of managing any busy schedule is knowing how to actually express your availability and your obligations. And that's exactly where modal verbs come in. We have können, meaning can, for your availability. We've got müssen, meaning must, for your obligations. And for plans, we use wollen and möchten. Now, this brilliantly highlights a major difference in tone. Wollen is a direct intention. Wir wollen uns am Samstag treffen. We want to meet on Saturday. It's very strong. Möchten, on the other hand, is much softer, much more polite. Ich möchte dich einladen. I would like to invite you. Oh, and don't forget our golden grammar rule here. The modal verb grabs position 2, which shoves your second verb all the way to the very end of the sentence. All right, picture this. A native speaker looks right at you and asks, Was machst du am Montag? What are you doing on Monday? How do you answer that smoothly without completely freezing up? Well, here are some incredibly useful back pocket phrases you can memorize right now to navigate those schedule conflicts like a total pro. If you're slammed, just say, Am Montag habe ich leider keine Zeit. Unfortunately, I have no time on Monday. Want to propose a different time? Dienstagabend passt mir gut. Tuesday evening suits me well. If there are conditions, hit them with Ich kann erst nach der Arbeit. I can only after work. To confirm you're completely free, say Am Mittwoch bin ich frei. And if the weekend is already totally booked up, just say Am Wochenende habe ich schon Pläne. Seriously, these phrases are absolute lifesavers for everyday conversations. Let's dive into section 4, organizing your weekly plan, real-world application. Let's actually take these grammar rules out for a spin and apply them to a fictional student's week. Here's our timeline. Monday is the standard work week, 9 to 17 Uhr. Wednesday is all about meeting friends in a cafe. Thursday, there's a doctor's appointment at 15 Uhr. And the weekend, visiting family and catching up on rest. Look at how beautifully we can string all this together into a perfect A2 level spoken response. You just say, Von Montag bis Freitag arbeite ich von 9 bis 17 Uhr. Am Mittwoch kann ich meine Freunde treffen. Am Donnerstag habe ich 14 Uhr einen Arzttermin. It's so structured, so clear, and it sounds incredibly natural. Which brings us to section 5, writing a lunch invitation, the capstone task. All right, let's bring absolutely everything we've talked about together into one final capstone project, writing an email invitation. Honestly, writing an informal German email is completely stress-free if you just break it down into these 4 logical steps. Step 1, the greeting and the reason, basically why are you reaching out? Step 2, the logistics, date, time, and place, and this is where we plug in those and prepositions. Step 3, set the scene, what should they expect or what should they bring? And step 4, close it out by simply asking for confirmation. Let's look at a real example. This excerpt from our student Amma is the perfect model of keeping things clear and accurate. She writes, Das Mittagessen findet am Samstag, dem 20. Juli, bei mir zu Hause statt. Wir treffen uns 13 Uhr. Bitte sag mir Bescheid, ob du kommen kannst. It's brilliant. She places the time expressions perfectly, using for Saturday and for 13 Uhr. The verb is locked securely in position 2, and she wraps it up by politely asking for an RSVP. It literally hits every single A2 requirement flawlessly. Before we wrap up today's explainer, I want you to use this quick self-checklist to verify that you've really nailed these concepts. Just ask yourself, when I wrote my sentences, did I use the present tense with a future time phrase? Is my conjugated verb strictly locked in position 2? Did I use am for days and for times? Did I pick the right modal verbs for my availability? And does my final invitation have a crystal clear date, time, and place? If you're checking all those boxes, you absolutely have this down. To keep pushing your German journey forward with structured lessons and progress tracking, definitely check out Falowen Learning Hub at falowen.app. They've got everything you need from A1 right through C1. But before you go, take a quick look at your own calendar and ask yourself, what incredible opportunities or connections have you been missing out on just because you were a little hesitant to make a plan in a new language? Take these new tools, let them loose, and start inviting the world into your life. Catch you next time.